anger. In other words, we call it hasira. The fire that never asks for permission to destroy. Ladies and gentlemen, if there is one emotion that has destroyed many families, careers, businesses, and nations than perhaps any other, it is anger. Not poverty, not lack of education, not lack of opportunity, but anger. Think about it. How many people are in prison today because of 5 minutes of anger? How many marriages ended because of one message, one insult, one slap, or one harsh word that could never be taken back? How many children carry emotional scars because a parent chooses anger over wisdom? And it doesn't stop at home. Let's take it higher. A manager gets angry and dismisses an employee in the heat of a moment. Months later, the company realizes it lost one of its most talented workers. A CEO makes decisions out of pride and frustration, and an entire organization suffers. A politician speaks in anger and communicates because becomes divided. We've seen it. Communities divided because a politician spoke in anger. One emotional moment can create consequences that last for generations. The world has witnessed how anger, how pride, and how hatred can shape history. Consider the tragedy of the Second World War. Decisions driven by hatred, revenge, and unchecked ambition led to the death of tens of millions of people and left scars that humanity still remembers today. When anger is mixed with power, the consequences can affect entire generations. The truth is, anger really arrives alone. It often hides behind the heart. The rejection, the fear, pride, unmet expectations, economic pressure, injustices, unhealed wounds. That is where anger stays. It hides behind all those factors. A father loses his job and comes home frustrated. He shouts at his wife. The wife passes the pain to the children. The children grow up wounded and carry that pain into their families. Suddenly, one person's anger becomes a generational problem. King Solomon said, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." And again, whoever is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. Let me ask you, my listener, How many relationships have we lost because we wanted to win an argument? How many opportunities have slipped away because we reacted instead of responding? Yeah, this one you have to understand it. How many leaders have fallen? Not because they lacked intelligence, but because they lacked self-control. If everyone handled anger the way I do, what kind of family, what kind of company or nation will we become? The solution is not to pretend anger does not exist. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot pretend and say that anger does not exist. The truth is, the solution is to master our anger, because anger exists regardless of your age, regardless of our position, regardless of our status. Anger exists. We must master it. Pause before reacting. Listen before speaking. Seek healing before planning to revenge. Choose wisdom over emotions. Remember, words spoken in anger may last a few seconds in your mouth, but a lifetime in someone else's heart. My friends, anger promises but delivers regret. It has buried marriages. It has crippled businesses. It has divided governments and wounded generations. Do not let one moment of emotion destroy what took years to build. The strongest person is not the one who conquers others, but the one who conquers himself. On our next episode, and if you stay tuned for the next episode, we will go deeper into how anger is formed in the mind before it ever shows in actions, and the hidden psychological triggers that most people never recognize. You will also understand why intelligent people still lose control of anger, and the practical steps completely break the cycle of reactive anger. This next session will be practical, eye-opening, and life-changing, helping you to move from emotional reaction to emotional mastery. Stay tuned. Your transformation continues.